Michael, what's happening?
Hey.
Not even going to ask. All right. So for a while there last year, everybody was talking about Squid Game. Everybody was talking about it. YouTube videos all over the place reviewing it. Everything that I would read online, people were talking about Squid Game. It was trending all over the place, all over Instagram and Twitter. Just Squid Game everywhere you looked. My son bugged the crap out of me for a couple of months to sit down and watch this damn thing. Well, I just got done dedicating the 9 hours of my life required to watch this thing. I almost called it a film. It's not a film. Let's talk about it. I ain't saying I don't like it, but I ain't saying that I do either. So, Squid Game. This was is a limited series that showed up on Netflix sometime in 2021. You have a couple hundred people who are scouted out and brought to a secret island location. They're all down on their luck or in some kind of financial dire straits. Brought to a secret island location where they are to compete in a series of children's games until there's one sole survivor, and I mean that literally. And the sole survivor is rewarded with, I believe the number was 45 billion won. I don't know exactly what that means in dollars and cents, but it's a hell of a lot of money. The one sole survivor gets the money that's in this giant piggy bank that is hovering above all of our contestants while they sleep and go about their day while they're not playing the Squid Game. The movie mainly and primarily focuses on one main character. I actually wrote his name down because there's no way in the world I was going to remember it. His name was Seon Ji-hoon or Seon Ji-hung. I don't remember any of the other characters' names. Completely irrelevant, I guess. Well, maybe. I don't know. You got the smart guy. You got the old guy. You got the good-looking girl. You got another good-looking girl. You got the crazy girl. You got a dumb guy. You got a bully. And a few other people scattered around. You got one sample of all flavor of humanity, I guess. Or personality type. Whatever. Now, I'm going to try my best not to spoil anything here because I think it's worthy of a watch, and I don't want to give anything away. There are several twists in this movie. I guess you could say that they're surprises as well as twists, or I don't know what the hell's the difference, really. It's very good. I was not initially even really excited about watching this, primarily because from what I saw of it and what I read about it, it sounded like it was very much in the same vein as The Hunger Games and in the Japanese film Battle Royale from 2000. Well, I watched Battle Royale. There was so much hype about that movie. Everybody was all excited about it, talking about how controversial it was and how violent it was and how gory it was and how great it was. Well, I found it. I bought it. And the only thing that I remember about that movie is that I wasn't crazy about it. I don't know. It didn't do anything for me. And it seemed to also be in like a Hunger Games type of thing going on. I watched the first Hunger Games. Thought it was pretty good. Watched the second Hunger Games. Thought it was all right, but definitely not as good as the first one. Got about halfway through the third one and went, I'm done with the Hunger Games. I'm good. The best thing about the Hunger Games was Jennifer Lawrence, and you can see her in a million other places. Whatever. We don't need, what was it, 4? Was there 4 Hunger Games? Three books, which ultimately turned out to be 4 movies, I believe. I get it. I understand why there was 4 movies. I didn't need 4 movies. 1 was good. I'm good. But I'm glad I finally sat down to watch this. I was always under the impression that this was just a one-off, but now I've read that there has been a season 2 greenlit by Netflix that should be coming out. There's no date set, but they said to expect it either at the end of 2023 or beginning of 2024. In the world that we live in today, that could be 2027. I could be in a wheelchair by the time whatever. But this was good. I thought this was incredibly well made. Subtitles, I gotta warn you about that. If you're not somebody who likes something with subtitles, stay away from this because it's 9 hours of reading. So if you're cool with subtitles, continue forward. Keep watching the review and go watch the Squid Game. Very, very well made, very compelling, very cool stories. I mean, you got the whole thing with the Squid Game going on, and then you have like another like side note kind of story, like subplot going on, where there is a cop who has gotten to this island looking for his missing brother. So you got those two stories going on. That's just like I said, a subplot. There's not tons of that in here, but that's there, so that adds to the story as well. It was just good. I thought it was very, very, very well made. Very, very hard to watch at times. Most of it was not. But if you're an emotional person, there's definitely stuff in here that's going to be pulling on your heartstrings a few different times, especially later. The later that it gets and the more attached you grow to these characters. I mean, like I said, there's only one sole survivor in this movie. So, figure it out for yourself of what I'm saying to you. But yeah, I was very pleasantly surprised with the Squid Game. I keep calling it the Squid Game. It's just called Squid Game, I think. Very pleasantly surprised. I'm actually upset that I waited so long to watch this thing because it really was very good. If my son didn't have to go to school, I probably would have plowed through this whole thing in like 1 or 2 days. It will hold your attention, and it don't take very long to get your attention. I mean, when that first game, you're intrigued by what's going on or the potential of what could be going on here. And then when it starts, and you're in. You don't want to look away. You don't want to miss anything. You're reading every word that's on the screen. It's very, very good. And I can't wait for season 2 to come around. The acting, again, it's not in English. So I can't tell with inflection and voice tone and all that kind of stuff what was going on because it's not in my spoken language. But from the acting performances that I could tell, not knowing Japanese, the acting was very, very good. The effects were very, very good. A lot of practical effects, not tons of CGI. I'm sure it's in there. Nothing over the top noticeable. I mean, it ain't fucking Avatar. Yeah. It was very, very good. The story was compelling. Honestly, everything about it was very good. Pretty cool idea with the children's games and all that kind of stuff. Because I think if you go into this with no idea what's going on, it would probably hit you a little bit harder than it hit me, because I kind of knew what it was, but I didn't know exactly what it was, and I had no idea how good it was. My son kept telling me, you got to watch this thing, and I should have taken his advice and watched it sooner. The fact that it was trending all over the place, doesn't matter to me in any way whatsoever, because we all have our own tastes, and what somebody else likes doesn't mean that I'm going to like it. And a lot of times I'm a horror movie fan, so that's the case most of the time. If I go by what the general public says, I would never watch horror movies because most of them are frowned upon. And it kind of surprises me with the day and age that we live in now that something like this was not very, very frowned upon. I liked it. All right, I'm getting out of here. Leave me some comments down below. Let me know what you thought about the Squid Game or Squid Game. How you feel about season 2, what you expect in season 2, and so on and so forth, and whatever the hell else you want to talk about. If you guys like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you really like this video and you've been enjoying my content up to this point, please do me a huge personal favor. Click that subscribe button and ring that bell. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. Have a kick-ass day. Thank you for watching, folks. I will see you in the next one.